Thank you for joining us today. We're excited to be entering another year of delivering the PSAT NMSQT for Idaho Grade 10 students in partnership with the Idaho State Department of Education. I'm Eddie Pulaski, State Implementation Manager and one of the College Board Idaho field team members. We have a lot of information to share on this webinar, and we look forward to the collaborative effort for the PSAT NMSQT administration for fall 2019. The link to this recorded webinar is being provided to bulk registration coordinators so that it can be used as a reference point for the bulk registration process. Alright, so let's begin. Today's agenda includes a high-level overview of the bulk registration tool, deadlines, preparing the bulk registration file, uploading your file, making changes and fixing errors and warnings, deadlines, and then of course, next steps. So what does the bulk registration tool do? Bulk registration is required for the Idaho-provided PSAT NMSQT for Grade 10 administration, and it allows districts and schools that participate in this administration in October to pre-identify students electronically and securely for the administration. The bulk registration file helps report accurate student accounting back to the SDE and creates pre-ID labels that will be affixed to the student's answer sheet and helps create cleaner reporting of data. So what are some of the key deadlines? First, there's a two-step process for completing a PSAT NMSQT order and registration. First, schools will order their test materials through the College Board Test Ordering System, or TOS. Second, schools and/or districts will use the bulk registration system for pre-registering their students. The bulk registration tool will be open from August the 20th through September 19th. All bulk registration should be completed by 9:59 p.m. Mountain Time on September the 19th. Pre-ID labels will then be received by October 2nd. And please be aware, if you go to the College Board website about bulk registration, dates you find there may not necessarily be applicable to the Idaho-provided PSAT NMSQT administration. An access code is needed for the bulk registration tool. The bulk registration coordinator, who is designated on the PSAT NMSQT site intake form, will receive this access code during the month of August. The file can be uploaded by a school-level staff member with one school in the file, or by a district-level designee with multiple schools in the file. Please remember that SDE will not be uploading on behalf of schools or districts. So how do you prepare the bulk registration file? To access the templates in the file specifications, go to the website on this page and click Getting Started. File templates in Excel or CSV are available. You'll use the bulk registration file specifications to understand each field in the template. No access is needed to obtain either the templates or the file specifications. You'll download the template and identify students that will be testing. Do not change the template, as all fields and column headers must remain as they are in the template. You should pull the required data elements in order to prepare your file, particularly the state ID or EDU ID. Schools and districts must use the student's EDU ID as the student ID number. You'll download the file specifications and use in order to understand the required versus optional fields, the maximum length of fields, and the valid values for each field. There are three fields for the student ID: the state student ID, district student ID, and school student ID. For this PSAT NMSQT bulk administration, please enter each student's EDU ID in the state student ID, the district student ID, and the school student ID fields. Again, we'll repeat that. We ask that you enter the student's EDU ID number in the state, district, and school student ID fields. If your students do not have valid EDU IDs due to being new, please contact your district ISEE coordinator, and if you have questions about student eligibility to take the PSAT NMSQT, please contact either Danielle Taylor or Paul Kleinert at the Idaho State Department of Education for assistance. Understanding the template is important, and we can identify several typical errors that will occur during file submission. A common error, for example, is found in the date of birth field. The date of birth should be entered as month, month, day, day, year, 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 which is made up of 8 numbers without extra characters. If 7 numbers are provided, the system will automatically insert a leading 0 and generate a warning in the system. How do you upload a file? Here's a quick step-by-step outline. Access codes are required to link your College Board professional account to the bulk registration tool. If you can't access the system or you're new to using the bulk registration tool, an access code will be provided. Codes will be mailed to the test coordinator and/or the district test coordinator in August. We recommend coordinating with your district test coordinator to determine who will complete the upload. In districts with more than one school, it's often easier to have a single person submit the data for all schools in the district. Regardless of who does the bulk upload, bulk registration coordinators need a College Board professional account to access the tool. If you don't have an account, go to www.collegeboard.org to sign up for one. If you already have a College Board professional account, you don't need to create a new one. Check your dashboard for bulk registration and pre-ID tool listed under My Tools. If that is present, click the link to access the tool. If that is not present, scroll to the bottom of the page to Additional Tools and Services and expand the K-12 section. Select Get Access next to the bulk registration and pre-ID label tool. Select the professional organization that matches the organization name that you were given in the email containing your access code. It may be your district name, but it could also be your school name. Enter the 6-letter access code you received in the email and then click Add. To log in once your account is linked to the bulk registration tool, go back to the dashboard of your professional account. Under My Tools and Services, click Bulk Registration and Pre-ID Label tool, and from the Bulk Registration Tool dashboard, click Create New Request. Choose the date of your PSAT NMSQT administration, select the box next to the date, upload the file that was created using the template, and then click Submit. The file will go through a validation process. The time it takes depends on the size of the file, but usually occurs within 1 hour. You can follow the progress of the validations on the dashboard. Please note the green buttons on this screenshot, which signify the progress that is being made on the validations. Sometimes the bulk registration upload will have errors or warnings, or changes will need to be made. If you receive a message that you have errors, click View Request Details for information on how many errors and warnings you have in the file. If the validation fails, you'll have the opportunity to make changes. You can either upload a brand new file or fix the errors or warnings within the tool itself. Errors must be fixed before the file can be submitted. Warnings are not required to be fixed, but should be reviewed. If changes can be made, it's recommended that they be done. One way to make corrections is through the tool itself. To do so, click Fix Errors and Warnings. In this example, there are a total of 28 errors. 13 of the errors are caused by an incorrect AI code, where the code in the file doesn't match the College Board records for your school. You can include the correct AI in the box above the field and apply this entry to all records, or you can make individual changes depending on the error. Follow the directions on the screen to go to the next error. Warnings should be reviewed to determine if changes need to be made, and always be sure to save your changes. Once you've fixed the errors and warnings, the file must be revalidated after the changes are made. If you have numerous errors that are difficult to fix in the tool, it may be easier to fix in the spreadsheet and try over again. Simply choose Upload Full Replacement File and submit the request, and the process will begin again. Please remember that the process is only complete when Submit Request has been clicked. Some people forget this last step. Make sure to click Submit Request. You'll be complete when you see Done on the progress bar and the status has changed to In Fulfillment. Bulk registration coordinators will receive an email that indicates that their order is in fulfillment. So what are some next steps? This month, during the month of August, we ask that you review your enrolled student list to ensure all students have EDU IDs. If your students do not have valid EDU IDs, please contact your district ISEE coordinator. And if you have questions about student eligibility to take the PSAT NMSQT, please contact Danielle Taylor or Paul Kleinert at the SDE for assistance. You should review the resource material such as the bulk registration tool at the link you see on the page. Click Help on the dashboard and view tutorials and FAQs that are available. Then you will actually prepare the file for upload, and the upload should be completed before 9:59 p.m. Mountain Time on September the 19th. Finally, students who are eligible to test but did not make it into the bulk upload can still test on test day if you ordered enough materials. For these students, there will be no pre-ID label. These students will need to grid all information on their answer sheet. When testing is complete, we ask that you review that students completed all required fields and verify the school AI code, grade level, and the EDU ID are all accurate. So again, that is a quick overview. We want to thank you for reviewing this pre-recorded webinar. If you have questions, please contact either Danielle Taylor or Paul Kleinert at SDE, or contact your Idaho field team at the Idaho SD support email, or Steve McHugh or Eddie Pulaski at their College Board email addresses. With that, we will bid you a pleasant day, and thank you.